Welcome back to Completing the Square. Before we get into practicing some more completing the square, what did Noah use to see in the dark? You know, he was busy loading up the ark with all the animals, and obviously it went into when it was dark. What did he use to see in the dark? Okay, so let's look at more completing the square. Here we go. Again, our focus, right? Remember, expressed in the form x plus a whole thing squared plus b really is just another way of saying complete the square. So we focus on the x squared plus 5x. So what's that going to be? It's going to be x plus half of 5. Ooh, suddenly it's not nice whole numbers anymore. It still works exactly the same way. Now here's a tip. It's easier if we work in fractions, especially when we do this without a calculator, which a lot of the time we will be. It's easier to work in fractions. So instead of saying 2.5, half of 5 is 5 over 2 squared. Okay, then we're always going to minus still. And what are we minusing? Right, we're minusing this number in here. 5 over 2 squared. Again, it's much easier to square it as a fraction, right? 5 over 2 squared is simply 25 over 4. Okay, so again, what I've done, this is the same as this. Okay, I've just rewritten it a different way. Now I still have that minus 3. Okay, so yes, it might get a little bit messier when I have an odd number there in front of the x, but it works exactly the same. So I still need to tidy this up. So this is going to be x plus 5 over 2 squared. All right, so I need to minus 25 over 4, minus 3 over 4. Well, 3 is what, 12 over 4? So minus 25 minus 12 is minus 37 over 4. Okay, again, 3 is the same as 12 over 4, and that's it. Just leave it as an improper fraction. Okay, let's look at another one. I want to complete the square. I'm just focusing on that. So it's going to be x plus half of 3 is 3 over 2. You can write 1.5 if you want. And then you're going to need to work out what 1.5 squared is, right? Because next I'm going to minus, right? I'm going to minus this number squared. So I can either work out what 1.5 squared is, or I can just do 3 over 2 squared is 9 over 4. Okay, so this is the same thing as this, and then I have my plus 7. Okay, and then we're just going to need to tidy this up, right? But if we think about it, 7, I'm going to need, in order to add fractions, I need a common denominator. So 7 is what, 28? Yep, we can't see that. Is 28 over 4, right? That's the same thing as 7. So when I tidy this up, I get x plus 3 over 2 squared minus 9 over 4 plus 28 over 4 is what, 19 over 4, and we've done it. We've completed the square. Okay, so again, this time again, we're just focusing on this. So x, remember, in front of that x, that's a 1x, isn't it? What's half of 1 is a half. So it's going to be x plus a half squared. Okay, and then I need to minus a half squared. A half squared is a quarter. Okay, so this is the same as that. Okay, and then I have minus 4, but notice my fraction is 4, so that's the same as what, minus 16 over 4, because minus 4 is the same thing as minus 16 over 4. Tidy this up. X plus 1 half squared minus a quarter minus 16 is minus 17 over 4. Okay, again, we could do this with our algebra tiles. We could split a tile, right? Take one of those x tiles and split it in half, so we have half x and half x. We could do that, but we're just going to, generally it's going to be quicker if we just do it with the algebra. Okay, another example, again, completing the square. Just focus on that. So it's going to be x plus 7 over 2 squared. Okay, then I need to minus 7 over 2 squared, which is what, 49 over 4. Okay, this is the same as this. That's what we focus on when we complete the square. I need to add 3. Well, I can see my fraction is over 4, so 3 is the same as 12 over 4. Right, 12 over 4 is the same as 3. Tidy this up. X plus 7 over 2 squared. Minus 49 plus 12 is what? Minus 37 over 4. Okay, why don't you pause the video and you go ahead and give this one a go. Okay, so again, focus on this. This is x minus 3 over 2 squared, and then I always minus 3 over 2 squared is 9 over 4. Okay, so this is the same thing as that. I need to minus 2. I look ahead, my fraction is 4. So 2 is, as a fraction over 4 is what, 8 over 4. So I need to minus 8 over 4. That's the same thing as minus 2. X minus 3x squared minus 9 minus 8 is minus 17 over 4. Okay, so here we go. Again, same thing. We're just focusing on this. So this is going to be x minus a half squared. I always need to minus, and a half squared is a quarter. Okay, this is the same thing as this. Now I need to add that 3 on there. My fraction has a denominator of 4. So 3 is the same as plus, what, 12 over 4 is the same thing as 3. Tidy this up. Minus a quarter plus 12 over 4 is plus 11 over 4. Okay, why don't you pause the video and you give this one a go. Okay, so again, we're just focusing on this. X minus 7 over 2 squared. Minus 7 over 2 times 7 over 2 is 49 over 4. So this is equivalent to this. Now I need to take away 3. Well, my fraction in the denominator is 4. So 3 is the same as minus 12 over 4. And then I can tidy this up. X minus 7 over 2 squared. Minus 49 minus 12 is what? Minus 61 over 4. And we've completed the square, or we've written it in that form. Remember, don't worry about the signs. When it says plus b, it's okay to have a minus b there. Okay, pause the video and you give this one a go. Okay, here we go. Again, this is what we focus on when we complete the square. So it's going to be x minus 5 over 2 squared, and then I'm always going to minus 5 over 2 times 5 over 2 is 25 over 4. This is the same thing as this. Now I still have that plus 2, so my fraction has a denominator of 4, so plus 2 is the same thing as plus 8. Plus 8 over 4, that's the same thing as 2. Tidy this up. Minus 25 plus 8 is what? Minus 17. And we've done it. We've written it in this form and tidied it up. So, what did Noah use to see in the dark when he was busy trying to load up his ark? He used floodlights. And we will see you later.